Yeah, hello, my name's Ludwig from Bavaria. I'm coming to you today to talk to you not so much about David Wilcock's books, and I might come back to that. I'm more interested in talking to you about how to get involved with maybe not Earth ascension, maybe more like um, canceling your credit cards and going on a vacation to Mars. No, I don't think you're going to Mars. Maybe you would like to figure out how to drill a big elevator shaft deep into the earth to get to one of the hidden cities way under the earth. Maybe you would like to figure out how to live in a dome on the backside of the lunar surface. Maybe you'd like to come with me to Germany. We're going to go to my castles. Ludwig's castles in the Alps. I don't know. There's so many things you might want to touch on with David Wilcock's books. He does footnote the books, and he quotes all kinds of cuckoo pants stuff that you wouldn't believe because they don't teach you that in high school. So is he bullshitting? He does footnote where he gets all this information. Is it bullshit? I don't want to tell you, but I think it's the school system that's bullshit. I think it's designed to keep you stupid. So you're going to work at the corner store for minimum wage your whole life. They don't want to tell you about the vast infinity of, space. And they don't want to talk about the reality of what it really means to be a human being. They don't want to talk to you about the hyperspace. They don't want you to participate in any kind of initiation rituals. They don't want you to go to the Great Pyramid in Egypt and sit inside. They don't want you to investigate acacia or ayahuasca or iboga or even cannabis. They don't want you to touch any kind of initiatory plant medicine. They don't want you to know nothing. Why? It's the ego, we call Igor the ego. Igor the ego is, I want all the information for me. I want to do all of these things for me. But I don't want the general population to know anything about what I'm up to. This is what we call Jeffrey Epstein and Epstein's Island, where you can come to the Lolita Express Island and all the children that are sex slaves there. You can have my playground, and we're going to have all kinds of drugs there for you. You can act like whatever you want, and no one is going to arrest you. And this is the way that the elite of planet Earth live. No one understands how many times the movies have talked about the CIA being the biggest drug running organization on the planet. No one wants to talk about why is it that the US government spends so many trillions of dollars on defense and nothing on people, and their people are living on the streets in American cities. And the American corporations ruin Central Latin America. So the Latin American have to come north to join the homeless populations in the streets of America. They don't want to talk about how, even if you're a pretty good computer guy and you go to Silicon Valley, San Jose or something, they still ain't going to pay you enough so you can afford to buy a house there. So you're going to be living in like mobile home, no, I think, what do you call those ones? Mobile home on wheel, Winnebago. You're going to be living in Winnebago, even if you'll be making, I don't know how much they pay. Lot of money compared to back in Missouri. The whole thing is that the world is screwed up because of this drive of greed. The elite greed for everything and keeping everyone enslaved by using these debt instruments, mortgages, car loans, credit cards, compound interest on the money, and then they own the bank. This be a long time problem. And these same people, they're in charge of the publishing industry, and they also in charge of putting stupid people in government departments that run the education system. So they choose innocuous books that lie about real human history. They don't talk nothing about reincarnation. They don't talk about space travel, what's really going on. They don't talk about wormholes, portals to other places. They don't talk about how sci-fi movies are designed to condition you to believe that they're just fictional. They're not, they're real. You got Jurassic Park, a fictional movie. We're going to bring back dinosaurs using their DNA. Oh, really? Well, the whole point of the DNA is cuckoo pants. And David Wilcock's book, he said, well, somebody take one kind of DNA from one kind of animal, shine laser light through it and into the egg of some other kind of animal, and they get the wrong kind of animal in the new egg. I never read about that in biology book. Is it true? Well, I always have problems with these experiments about DNA, because I think a lot of DNA thing is bullshit. It be designed to tell you that your body is based in physicality in a molecule called DNA. This is lie. You are consciousness, and your body is a manifestation of consciousness. It ain't hooked up to some molecule in the middle of the cell called the DNA. It ain't that way. It cannot be that way. I tell you time and again, it be because consciousness comes first. You are consciousness, and the material body have to come after you. It not be like the way they say. It's like, oh, your parents have DNA and it come, into egg, fertilized egg, and it grow into a baby, and then baby grow up, and then the mind expand. No, this be all cuckoo pants, and it be some kind of weird thing here on planet Earth, because it's not necessary for you to have body to be alive. It's not necessary, and indeed, if you listen on YouTube, you could go to so many of these channelers who channel people, who don't have bodies. They're not even in a dimension. So, it's cuckoo pants. But no one wants to talk about, channeling in high school. Why not? It's not considered official science. They tell you what science be, and they tell you what science be not. Because they don't want you to investigate anything for yourself. They want you to be stupid. So they can control you, and you won't uprise and overthrow the elite and get these disgusting Epstein people and throw them into Gitmo, but let them rot in prison forever. Rotten things they are. Anyways, now and again we're going to give you more information from stuff we get out of book like David Wilcock, and time we're also going to give you alternative theory that, okay, what else could it be? Well, we also say a long time ago that the publishing industry is owned by the cabal, which is the elite. And who be publisher for David Wilcock book? publishing industry. I can't remember. I looked into it one time, and lo and behold, it is Illuminati. So David Wilcock, he come across as being, I don't know, good guy cowboy here to tell you everything the truth. But his book be published by Illuminati Cabal Publishing in New York. So, what does it mean about David Wilcock? It means you got to take everything he say with grain of salt. Because why would Illuminati Cabal publish David Wilcock and get him on New York Times best-selling list? Could be disinformation. It's very difficult to tell you, what's true and what's not true. Even when you go to high school and they tell you about quantum physics and they show you film, and then when I was at high school, they show us film of double slit experiments with light, whether light be wave or be particle, and they give you, it's pre-recorded tape, pre-made textbook, pre-made teacher, and they try to figure it out, and they tell you what to think. This best mind come up with this explanation for what's going on. They don't give you this, set it up in your classroom, double slit experiment. Maybe they could, and then have you figure out. No one ever gonna figure it out. Why not? Because they don't teach you meditation. If you really wanted to work in a proper school, your student going to do double slit experiment in physics lab, not be told what's going on, and then they're going to have to go into meditation room for half an hour and sit quietly pondering what they see. And after half an hour, they're going to have time for anyone get answer what the hell was going on in there. And then you'll see. Maybe you do get someone there who will start talking about it. Maybe not. But that be the way that you as a class get real information. It not be out of textbook, it not be, ancient people come up, this be so old, this ancient physics stuff, and it not be done, in today's world. Who said that we live in the same matrix that they lived in way back when they come up with this answer? Because everything is consciousness. And if we be 1905 and they do this work, collective consciousness of humanity be not the same as it is today. So everything happened in consciousness. On the scale of consciousness, this planet not be the same as 1905 planet. So things be different now. You go, what? I'm telling you, everything is consciousness. And the collective consciousness of humans has a big part to play in what is our reality. This be like rock, this be like street made of asphalt. That be what your perceptions are. That's your perceptions. But what it really is some kind of manifestation in consciousness, and it be manifesting itself alive right now, today. I say alive because everything in consciousness be alive, even this asphalt, even though it appears to be dead matter. So you have got to be smart. How do we know this? We have to go back and back and back and back and back to old idea I tell you, or some other Harry Weaver tell you on this channel, is architect have idea of building house. What's it going to be? Make blueprint, give it to contractor, and then they construct. So idea come first. Idea is consciousness come first. So that means everything here is in consciousness as idea, out picturing is physical world. And it happening all the time. This be more difficult concept because it has to be, in order for synchronicity to work. Synchronicity has got to be manifesting things right now. Everything is continuously being manifested by consciousness. This little doggy don't like me. Why? Because doggy be saying, you're hard to figure me out. You cannot understand language of dog. Maybe I think, oh, he's not too happy because he's barking. Maybe he's happy because he be barking. Because I don't know that dog. And maybe this be like clue. What kind of clue be this one? Continuous manifestation of your reality. It's all being manifested by the group of all the human plus other beings. I can't even tell you who, but other beings be part of it. And it's because, I don't know, it's very difficult because you're going from paradigm of Newton, where everything is hard physical matter. Newton, he was way before quantum physics, hundreds of years before, and that's the way we still look at it. That this globe here, planet Earth, is solid rock matter. And it sends you in the wrong direction every time. It's the stupid thing they teach you when you're really small. You know, you'll be like 10-year-old in 10-year-old 5th grade. They tell you, oh, planet be globe and it be made of rock, solid matter. And it gets in your head early age, and then you'll be screwed for the rest of your life because you can never get over the hump because they implanted it in your head early that this is solid rock matter. It'd be very difficult to tell you, but children of the Kogi people, which is a tribal people in Colombian mountains in Colombia, South America, some of the children are giving psychedelic drug, plant medicine, when they're very young, and they be kept in caves for years so they can develop themselves spiritually. What? Not here. Western countries, we don't allow children even to have tea and coffee till they're 20. But in shamanistic culture, and everyone got to face it, that it be monoculture that the elite want for all planet Earth. They want same culture in every place, every child on the planet, New World Order. They don't want these shamans in Colombia, tribal people. No, you got to come join us in the way that we think. This be like steamrolling all kind of other culture. And this be the way of so-called advanced societies conquering all these little people. But, you know, it's just because they got so big now in today's day and age. But hundreds of years ago, there'd probably be plenty of other tribal kind of society that don't have same taboo that we have here on planet Earth. Monoculture of drone human, all designed to be worker drone for big cabal corporation. No ask questions. You get paid what you get paid. Either that or you starve. This be the way they want you to be, and they're doing a pretty good job of turning the screw to make this happen. But if you really want to become spiritually enlightened, you got to know about the dark, which are these elite people It's like, one way for them, Epstein Island, and everyone else, yeah, you work minimum wage, and you live in a tent or something. So you got to wake up. You got to understand that you'll be so heavily conditioned by the way you've been brought up. When you hear about these children in Colombia taking, ayahuasca or whatever they're taking, some kind of traditional plant medicine, you go, oh, we got to go down there and take those children away from their parents or something. We got to destroy this culture. Something bad about taking drug. That's what it is. It's plant medication, but it be, active ingredient be considered drug. But this be ways that, this tribe, hundreds, thousands of years or whatever. But now someone in our conditioned society is going to say, we got to go there and stamp this out. So, that be because you be matrix brainwash. I'm sorry, and then you got to understand, you don't like what I'm saying, it because in University 101 psychology, they call this cognitive dissonance. It's because everything you already learned is going red light, beep, beep, alarm going off. Ludwig will be talking about something and I don't like it, I get bad feeling. It's because you brainwash. All your previous learning is blocking your new learning, and you got fear coming up, major fear. Major fear come up. It's like, I don't like what you say, Ludwig, I'm going to turn you off. It's cognitive dissonance. You go look it up before you turn me off. Go look it up and then turn me on again next time. The problem you have is by the conditioning of your mind from very early age to believe this is right and this is wrong. And I tell you something differently, different culture, and you go, oh, it doesn't sit well with me because it's not the way I brought up. Exactly. But you be brainwashed, and to decondition you, well, the world you live in, it be like a cult. What? Ah, yes. Regular school system be like a cult. You have cult of personality. Oh, we got fearless leaders. We got, prime minister, and we got president, and we got all democracy representatives. We got police officer. We got doctor, all authority figure. This be all the way that you think. Cult of personality, cult of science. Science say this and science say that. I look it up on my Googleizer or something. This all be in your head that I be so much smart because I got my internet. I can look it up. It's so hard to wake you up because all of this stuff, it be approved. Even now on Facebook, you put something down, anti-vaccine, Facebook automatically underneath your posting for someone reading you, they put like Snopes or something on there saying, this other person just posted, it be wrong. They got these artificial intelligence bots, Facebook. They know what you post, and then they want to censor you up, and they want to immediately go and post something to counter you. You never invited these bots onto your page, but that be the Facebook. It be full of censorship by bot. And I already talk about how these bots listen to your video, and if they hear music, they say, oh, copyright infringement. These bots be horrible anti-human bot. Anti-human. They be all about the cabal, all about the corporation. These been, what did they call? Well, anyway, these things be not good for humanity. And what about Facebook? Well, Facebook becoming passe anyway. I post things on Facebook. It appears like I be like shadow banned. No one read. No one give me thumb up. So I come to the conclusion, what the point of me going on Facebook anyway? I try to get in touch with other people, and I be censored. And I know the people not getting my message because they still post stupid mainstream news thing constantly. Oh, I found this mainstream news. Mainstream news is owned by the cabal, corporate control. They'd be lying to you. They lie. Everyone knows they use crisis actors, fake weather report. Oh, it's unbelievable. But it'd be my job to try to wake you up. It's very difficult because being shadow banned, no one hear you. You live on prison planet, and only some of us are going to ascend to higher dimensions because plenty of other ones are too much isolated from radical idea people. They be safely ensconced in their houses, in their cars, in their workplaces for the whole life, and they never going to wake up to their spiritual nature. It's terrible sad. So anyway, on a good point, I'll leave you off. I'm going to tell you, if you work hard on yourself, then that's all you can really expect is your own progression. Giving a hand up to other people, I still try, but in the end, if the universe doesn't cooperate with me to help wake you up, I blame universe. It's way bigger than me. I don't blame me. I gave it college try, but if all these bots be against me, I'm just one little Ludwig. So anyway, I don't feel guilty about it at all. It be not my issue. You go bitch and complain to universe. Why is it that you allow Ludwig to be shadow banned? Thank you for watching.